As we roll towards the end of the year, this is the tricky part, right? If you've been really good with, say, your health, your fitness, you've got some fitness goals or something like that going on at the moment. As we hit this part of the year, you go, oh, they're getting a bit wobbly. Oh, we're not as strict as we once were because we're tired and we need a holiday. So is there a way that we can approach this time of year so it doesn't all go completely in the bin? Well, there is a lovely article that is up on the news website, thenews.co.nz, that Amy from Amy's Fitness and Nutrition has written all about a considered approach to Christmas. Amy, morning.
Good morning, Joel. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, mate. How are you this morning?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Now, look, out for a lovely walk, I understand.
I am indeed, which is probably quite apt for this chat we're about to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What is the weather looking like in Cromwell this morning, just for anyone who hasn't opened the curtains yet?
It is all quite crisp, as it always is, and
yeah.
Slightly overcast, but meant to be quite warm later on today, so looking forward to that.
I like it. Move over weather presenters. You've got yourself a job, maybe. Well done.
Yeah.
Now, look, tell us about this kind of considered approach to Christmas that you've been talking about kind of planning ahead as you roll into the really silly season.
I think it's an aspect that's really important and often overlooked because this time of year is obviously quite stressful for a lot of reasons, full of lots of food, events, and normal schedules go out the window. I see a lot of my clients and friends and family around kind of struggle with it. I think it's a really important time to kind of keep your head in the game rather than having that sort of screw it mentality.
Right. And how do we do that? Like, especially if we've been doing well this year, for example, maybe we've got really good with our exercise or our eating or whatever. How do we maintain that through the madness that is a million Christmas parties and events?
My top tips would be try and stay mindful. If you have been healthy throughout the year or if you've got goals going into 23, remember this is just another month. It's just another few weeks. Yes, there are a lot of external factors at the moment pulling you in different directions, but actually it all comes down to you. You're the only one who has the power to think differently, to pause, to go into all these Christmas events mindfully and thinking what you want to get out of them.
Yeah.
They're not saying not to enjoy yourself, but to go into events not thinking it's going to be a write-off.
So when you say the mindfulness, is that about thinking, okay, I'm only going to have a couple of drinks and I'll plan to drive because that'll help me to do that, or just being like, no, I'm going to have a salad today as opposed to, 17 chips?
Good question. So what I'm working through with my clients is daily habits and how they all stack up. So I'm not saying you only have to have a couple of drinks to drive, but what I'm saying is starting your day as you would. So do the things that feel really good to you, still go out for a walk, walk the dog, eat a good breakfast, like go to the gym if that's something you enjoy, keep eating good food that you know nourishes you and makes you feel good. All those tiny little daily habits all stack up in your favour in getting you from where you are to where you want to be.
Right.
If there are habits later in the day, events, external factors that are out of your control, and you know you're going to have a few drinks or there's going to be excess food around, make sure you're keeping up with those good habits to start with. So that sets you up really well. If you start the day well, sets you up really well for the rest of the day. And the problem is not the parties, the events, the food. It's that people write off their entire day, their entire week, their entire month because of it. Does that make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense. So if we do a bit of planning beforehand, it keeps us on the straight and narrow, even if there's one or two meals that are slightly off whack to what we would normally do.
Yeah, absolutely. Like realistically, Christmas parties are only 10 to 20% of our day.
Yeah.
Keep up with the good stuff.
What a great idea. If you want to go and find out some more tips from Amy or find out some more info, check out Amy's Fitness and Nutrition up on Facebook. Amy, thank you so much for your time this morning. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your walk.
No worries. Cheers, Joel.